Welcome back to C.P.R. Today is day 14. I invite you all to take a deep breath. Just get very comfortable right where you are. Prepare to open your mind to an exorbitant amount of prosperity today. How about that? So let's just realize and recognize that we are in a safe, sacred space and that there is an energetic flow of pure creative prosperity just pulsating through each and every one of us here this morning, knowing that whatever needs to be known is known, whatever needs to be released is released, and whatever needs to be explored is done so. And so I just get out of the way and allow this beautiful day to unfold. And so it is. So, everybody have a good weekend? Y'all look really great. So let's get started here. The great metaphysician Lao Tzu said this: "He who is contented is rich." He who is contented is rich. Well, that's true. Contentment really does help our understanding of being rich in the way we're living our lives. But the thing that we're talking about right now in the idea of being rich goes far beyond contentment, but it's there. It is about being content, but not being okay with a version of wealth that we feel we can reach, blowing the roof off of that version. And I did say, obscenely rich yesterday, just to be clear. Yogananda says this: "Let my soul smile through my heart, and my heart smile through my eyes, that I may scatter rich smiles in sad hearts." So just think about that for a minute. Of course, that's Yogananda. And when we think of that, we think of how can we calm the waters and bring ourselves to this very full place of, we can say, richness, as he says, smiles. So I want to ask you about your life today. I just want to ask you, when you look at your life, when you look at the life you live, how rich are you? Now, I'm not talking about the things you have. I'm talking about the richness in your relationships, the richness in your body, your health, the richness in the way you use your mind, the richness in your bank account, all of it. How does your life look? Because yesterday I asked you to contemplate the word rich. What does the word rich mean to you? What does it mean to be rich? Lao Tzu and Yogananda are very clear that rich is an inner realization. And I'm very clear that the idea of rich in the relative world of form, being rich out here, starts in here. So it is an inner job. It's the way you're using your mind. So rich, according to the dictionary, means of great value, worth. And I know you probably all realize this, but there was going to come the day when we were actually going to have to talk about how worthy we are. For each of you to really start thinking about, am I worthy? Now, I know you know the spiritual answer. The answer is, Reverend Joyce, yes, of course. Of course I'm worthy, right? But I'm asking you to ask yourself what you really believe about it. Because if you were absolutely 100% worthy of the life you say you want to have, you'd be having it. Because worthy is an equality in mind. You might have an understanding that worthy means I am worthy of this, but it doesn't mean I have it. No, Catherine. Worthy is actually knowing that you are worthy and equal to, and thereby experiencing. So that's the kind of worthiness I'm talking about. I grew up Catholic, and every single day, because I went to Mass every single day as a young boy, every single day I would hear and reinforce the idea, "Oh Lord, I am not worthy to receive you." I told myself that every single day. "Oh Lord, I am not worthy to receive you. I just instilled in myself, I am not worthy. And yet, as an adult, I can look back on my Catholicism and realize there was a second part of that sentence, which metaphysically is correct, but only say the word and I shall be healed. Because what did Jesus teach? Jesus taught us it's done unto you as you believe. Oh Lord, I am not worthy. I am unworthy to receive you. I get that. I can see my life, but only say the word and I shall be healed. So what that means is you get to say the word, I am worthy, and you're done. You know, when we talk about healing in religious science, when we talk about healing in the new thought world, the metaphysical world, it's not about I go in and like tap you in the head and you're healed, you're fine. That's not it. And if that does work, it's only because you believed it. But when we say heal, we mean reveal the truth. I am worthy. I am worthy of everything I say I want my life to be. So I want you to think about these two words, that rich and happy. Are they mutually inclusive or are they mutually exclusive? Rich and happy. And I'm here to tell you that they are exclusive. Just because you're rich doesn't mean you're going to be happy. And just because you're happy doesn't mean you're going to be rich. Michelle and Ron are extraordinarily happy in their lives, but they could be a little richer financially. And every one of you can look, there you go, Ron. Every one of you can look at this and say, yeah, you know what? I am happy. I'm happy. I could be richer. And I am rich. I could be happier. We all know unhappy rich people. We all know happy rich people. We all know unhappy poor people. We know happy poor people. When I went to Guatemala, those kids in Guatemala, they were so joyous throwing bottle caps across a slate ground, playing games. My kids were home playing with those things on TV. I forget what they're called. Those whole big machines that cost a fortune. Xbox. Thank you, Craig. They were at home with their Xbox, and they were not especially happy. They get bored really easily. And I remember seeing that and going, happy, rich. They kind of don't go together unless they go together. So we're talking about, are you worthy of money? I hate to be Tom Cruise again, who now we know is Jesus. Show me the money. I'm good with money. You better be good with money if you want money in your life. So this assignment about being rich is designed to challenge what you think about money, what you think about wealth, affluence, having enough, not having enough. I have heard people say in my life, I'm not meant to be rich. And if any of you on this call this morning or listen to this later think you are not worthy, you are not meant to be rich, I have to ask you a question. Who meant you not to be rich? I mean, who is it that meant something else for you? I hate to tell you, but it's you. You meant yourself not to be rich because that's where you are right now. Don't confuse the facts about money with the truth about money. Now that's a big one. I want you to think about that. Don't confuse the facts about money with the truth about money. Right now, it's for yourself, don't tell me. Right now in your mind, how much money do you have? How much money do you have? I mean, I can look at my house is worth this much money. I know I have this much in the bank. Okay, I have, and that's how much money I have. Those are the facts of my money. Is that the truth about my money? No. But how often do you get really caught up in the facts about your money? Oh my God, I don't have enough to pay for this. Oh my God, this big bill's coming in. Where's that going to come from? Those are the facts about money. That's not the truth about money. You need to be able to look at everything and go, I'm rich. I am rich. And I'm not saying we stick our heads in the sand and don't pay attention to our finances. I do. I pay very good attention to my finances. I know where my money is. I know where it's coming from everywhere. And I'm really good with my financial business. But I also know that there is so much more inside of me. And that's what we have to do. Get very clear on the truth of money and not be afraid of the facts. It's another part. If you're afraid of the facts about your money, you're just putting up a roadblock to prosperity. There's a quote from Abraham Hicks that says, the ability to manifest whatever we want is really the true richness because it's the potential of the whole universe, not the tangibility of a bank account. So the potential of the entire universe is right there in your head. That's what you have to use to create this experience of rich. I mean, for me, the word rich translates to the word energy. Rich is nothing more than consciousness. It's nothing more than energy. And you are infinite energy, constantly moving itself at all times. It doesn't matter where I think I am right now. I can know something different into being at any single second. Try it right now. Think about the money you just thought about. How much money you have. How much money you have in the bank. Just what you're worth. What you're worth. My God, there's a sentence. What am I worth? It's not a figure. And it better not have any like pennies in it. Get rid of the decimal point. Stick with the dollars, right? Just stick with that. Round up and round up. Don't round down. So what am I worth? So can you look at everything you have right now and go, that has nothing to do with my worth? That just shows me what I've used so far. That just shows me what I've created so far. I am abundant no matter what. I am successful no matter what. I am loved no matter what. I am powerful no matter what. I am rich no matter what. That is where you must keep your mind. Yesterday I said this is a rich universe and there is plenty for all of us. And today I'd like to add this is a rich universe and there is plenty for all of us no matter what. No matter what you are looking at. Because your richness, your worth is encoded in your very DNA. And y'all know, I think most of you, I consider DNA your divine natural authority. So, how much faith do you have when it comes to what's showing up in your life? Remember, Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, the faith that stands on authority is not faith. So where have you put your authority? Where is the authority for your life? Where have you put the onus in your wealth? Have you put it on Social Security? Have you put it on your retirement fund? Have you put it on your boss or work? Have you put it on creating these things, if screenwriting? Whatever you've decided is your road to richness is actually your pit that you're falling into. Because unless you know you are rich beyond what you think you have to do to get rich, you're not rich. Because whatever that is will go away. But who you are never goes away. So, on whose authority do you decide that you're rich? Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year. He means wake up every day and say, today's the best day of my life. Today, I live my life to the best. So today's day 14 of this process. We are almost halfway through. And today has the possibility and is ripe with the opportunity to be the best day we've had so far. Now the question is, what will decide the outcome of today? You know the answer to that, right? You, Michelle, you will decide the outcome of today. I mean, good's happening. It's all over the place. The question is, will it happen through you, Sandy? I mean, good's everywhere. That's just what the world is. But is it going to happen through Carol? Is it going to happen through Marilee, Jeannie, Connie, Christy, Diane? Is it going to happen through Brad or John or Susan or Tommy, Karina? So many of you. The answer is, I don't know. You know. You're going to know. There's this great quote, just because I close my eyes doesn't mean the sun won't rise. You can close your eyes and the sun's not there because you've closed your eyes, but the sun's really there. It will, it does, and it can't not rise. Same thing with prosperity. You can close your eyes and pretend you're poor. You can avoid everything and just live in lack. Doesn't mean you aren't prosperity. I was just going to say, doesn't mean you aren't prosperity on a stick. Doesn't mean that you aren't prosperous in all ways. It just means you're closing your eyes. So what we do here in C.P.R, we open our eyes. We open our eyes to the truth of spiritual authority. Write it on your heart. Today is the best day of your life. Upon whose authority can I know that today will be the best day of my life? Well, frankly, the only authority there is, and that's the authority of my mind. Just because I close my mind doesn't mean the sun isn't right there in front of me. Doesn't mean prosperity isn't who I am. So here's a question for you. By whose authority do you think the sun rises? Since you're not really in charge of the sun, whose authority, by whose authority does the sun rise? The same authority instilled prosperity in you as your natural state of being. You can close your eyes to the sun. You can close your eyes to the very prosperity that you are. Eric Butterworth wrote this, there is only one way by which you can achieve prosperity. It is to take charge of your mind. One of Napoleon Hill's hallmark expressions was what the mind of man can conceive and believe it can achieve. Conceive, there's your idea. Believe, there's the substance it can achieve. Now it's driven into your experience. So core prosperity relief starts with the core beliefs we have about prosperity. And today, after yesterday, one of the big things I got to ask you is, are you rich? And the answer is, if you say so. I know you're rich, but do you know you're rich? If you say so, you are the authority in your life. So today, I want you to find out where you put your authority. Spend the whole day looking around. Do you put it in your bank account? Do you put it in your husband? Do you put it in your wife? Do you put your authority in your teachers? Do you put your authority in your parents? Where do you put your authority? And find out how much gratitude you actually live throughout the day. Someone on a previous C.P.R. wrote that rich equals saturated. So how about this? I am saturated in the abundance of the universe. Just think, isn't that that's a great sentence. I am saturated in the abundance of the universe. So design your life. Remember design, divine energy, saturated in gratitude now. Design your life. I am saturated in gratitude and therefore in prosperity. Today, your job is to go out and saturate yourself. You are rich beyond your wildest imagination, no matter what. Now, your job is to go prove it. Bring by your own authority. Nobody else's authority. The only authority there is your authority. So you need to go out there today and prove that. And start noticing if there are other authorities out there running your show, stop them. Really notice it and say, you know what? I'm the authority of my life. So have at it today, everyone. Have a great day. Go be saturated. Just go be saturated in all this prosperity out there. Namaste.